Hey everybody, I'm Steve with Spectrum Sports Performance, just coming back at you with another video blog. We're going to keep on tacking on to our power development series, and we're talking about how to develop power, obviously, and our focus has been on plyometrics. Last entry we talked about straight ahead movement and what plyos are, I guess is what we talked about first, and then how they can help you run straight ahead better, faster, with more power. So today we're going to transition that focus to moving in that frontal plane and working on shuffle. We talked about shuffling in our explosive agility series a while back, so if you haven't seen that, go ahead and tune in and watch that series. But we talked about how to shuffle and how to get better at moving side to side. So let's talk about how plyometrics can help us get better at shuffling. And just kind of keep in mind, shuffling, moving that frontal plane, eyes straight ahead, about that 2 to 3 yard distance. Anything longer than that, remember, we would probably turn and run. Now just remember, this is kind of going to be pinned into, in sport-like environments, a bunch of movements are put together. But we're going to focus on individual movements first and then tie things together later. So with our plyos, we're going to work just frontal plane today, as in, yesterday we worked on straight ahead stuff. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Angel real quick. He's just going to show everybody real quick what a shuffle is going to look like, going from cone to cone, and then he's going to show you kind of a back and forth shuffle, like playing defense. We're going to call it a mirror drill, where he's dynamically moving back and forth and changing directions. So on my go, he's going to shuffle from this cone to that cone, breaking it down. Notice we're going to want to see his legs moving fast, feet not coming together, and then he's got to be in a position where he can make his next movement. So once he's got to decelerate and get into that stable base again. So real quick, on my go, we're going to watch him shuffle down, and go! He's pushing off, he's shuffling, he's sticking it, ready to go. He's going to bring it back. Good, look at him right in the middle for me, Angel. Now when I say go, he's just going to go side to side dynamically, kind of mixing it up. And go! So he's changing directions, feet are moving, he's ready to cover ground, be explosive, and go ahead and relax. Perfect. So he's going to be ready to go ahead and change directions, be explosive. Okay, so we noticed he's doing a lot of moving side to side, and he's got to be in a change of direction position a lot of times so he can go back. So we're going to have him basically starting out of that change of direction position and doing what's called a lateral squat jump. So he's going to work on 2 feet to start with, just pushing and covering ground laterally. Because if you noticed, what he had to do there was cover ground laterally. But always be ready to change direction or make that next movement happen. So we're going to have him do a lateral squat jump. We're going to start like we did last week or last entry, doing a non-counter movement, just a one at a time jump, and then we'll work on doing multiple, and then we'll work on doing continuous, like explosive, over and over and over. So real quick, he's going to drop down, he's going to give me a change of direction position to the left, he's going to get his arms back. On my go, he's going to jump across and land into a base. Go! He jumps, he stabilizes in a nice good base, then he'll shift back right and get one more in. Go! So he's covering ground laterally, he's looking at good hip extension, good arms, and dropping back into a base. Now we'll do a quick and stick, so we'll do 2 in a row. So he'll drop down, he'll shift left, he's going to go over, then quickly come back. Go! He lands in a good change direction position so that he can come back. Go ahead and walk over here, Angel. We'll just do one going the other way because we always want to balance things out. So now he'll shift right, as you can see him, he'll shift right, go over and back. Go! Push, quickly come back. Good, excellent. Go and walk back over the cone for me. So he did 1 at a time, he did 2 in a row, and now let's make it sport-like and do multiple in a row, going back and forth, being explosive. He just wants to go side to side, remember he doesn't want to creep forward, okay? So he's going to drop down, he's just going to give me 4 in a row, continuous. Go! He's always landing that change direction position, so, and perfect, good, relax. So he's always working on that deceleration off the jump into a change of direction position. Very similar to when he had to shuffle back and forth. He's constantly having to decelerate and get ready to change direction. So we're able to work on that. So basically for, if he's doing this in a workout, for that non-counter movement, the very first one, the 1 jump at a time, we're looking 2 to 3 sets again, 3 to 6 reps. When he's doing the quick and stick, 2 to 3 sets, by 2 to 3 each direction, each quick and stick each direction. And then that continuous 2 to 3 sets, 6 reps, 8 reps, something like that. Work on it, be nice and quick and explosive. Okay, so that's a lateral squat jump. Now let's work on a lateral bound. And so remember, a bound is from one leg to the other. So a big focus on this is single leg stability, which he's got to do when he's shuffling, obviously. Single leg stability, ability to produce power out of that on one leg, and then stabilize and decelerate on the other leg. He's also looking for good triple extension, if he can, from that leg he's pushing off with. If you notice when he's shuffling, he's trying to cover as much ground as he can with each push, right? He needs to get triple extension in that leg to cover ground, because if he doesn't, he's just doing, once again, the MC Hammer dance, and he just stay in the middle, not going anywhere, because he's not getting that full extension, right? He needs to cover distance. So the goal on this, he's starting on his right leg, he'll jump to his left, he'll cover distance, and he'll decelerate and stabilize on one leg. Go ahead and drop down the right leg for me, and go! He's going to push and stabilize that left leg. Good job, stay right there. And go. Push back off the left, stabilizing that right leg. Beautiful, relax. We notice that good extension. And then once again, he's going to be able to decelerate and be ready for his next movement. And now he's going to get his next movement. So we're going to do a quick and stick. We're going to go over and back. So he needs to get that distance and then quickly push off the ground and come back. Just like when he was shuffling side to side, he's got to quickly push back. So drop down, go. He goes over, he punches back, and he's got to stabilize it again. Good, walk over here, Angel. We'll just balance it out. He'll do one off the left side now. Drop it on his left leg. Go. He pushes over, quickly fires back, sticks it. You always want to make sure good, go and relax, that we balance that out. If he just did all his reps on the right leg, he's not working on balancing his whole body out, which we gotta have. We'll come back over, we'll do a continuous just like we showed earlier. I'll have him do 6 in a row, so he'll just go over and back for 6, be nice and explosive and covering ground. Ready, drop it down, Angel. Go. Push over and back, pushing the ground away, covering distance, just going side to side, and relax. Good, and it's tough to do that a lot of those reps in a row, to get the same distance and covering ground, not creeping forward, because once again, we're just working in that frontal plane of motion for that, all right? Thanks, Angel, perfect. So those 2 exercises, same idea with the balance. We would do the same prescription as we did for the lateral squat jumps. 2 3 sets, 3 to 6 reps, pushing across from one leg to the other, 2 to 3 sets, 2 to 3 quick and sticks each side, and then 2 to 3 sets of the continuous for about 6 to 8 reps. We're talking about working on this, spending 2 weeks or a week at least in each progression. So we'd spend at least a week or 2 working on the one at a time, then progress to doing 2 in a row for a couple weeks, and then spend those last 2 weeks doing continuous, because it's a progressionary list. He's got to get good at one at a time before we're going to start having him do quick and sticks, right? Thanks for tuning in. Tune in next time. We'll work on rotational movements. Thanks, guys.